Hi, guys. It's Lori Caroline with Just the News. I have decided to do a segment called My Favorite Tweets of the Day. Um, I'm going to save them in bookmarks throughout the day and then share them in the evening. I follow a lot of fascinating people who share a lot of fascinating tweets. And sometimes I know in our busy lives, we don't have time to spend on Twitter and other social media throughout the day. So hopefully I can do a quick summary for you and help you know what happened that day. Okay, let's start with this one. Daily proud to be American history moment. Remember, George Washington could have seized power after the revolution. Instead, he squashed a military coup, resigned his commission, went home. King George reportedly said, if he does that, he'll be the greatest man in the world. I just thought Tara Ross's post was really cool. And underneath it, she says, to continue on, reason for this tweet. There's an effort to tear down memory of this man and other founders. Some want us to believe we should feel shame and guilt about our founding. No! We have so much to be proud of in this great country of ours. Expect more proud to be history from me. Well, I'll be following you, Tara. Okay. Also, in response, George Washington held his principles for personal freedom in a higher regard than thirst for power. How many of those who reach levels of power to rule over us have surrendered it or diminished it voluntarily? Democrats would not exist without this great man's example. Yes. So I really like that tweet, and you guys can follow Miss Tara Ross. Moving on, Patrick Halley. The CDC admits their numbers mix viral and antibody test results. You can test positive on an antibody test if you have the common cold. Guess what? Scandemic. Yeah. Hey, President Trump. Articles about how he was vindicated on hydroxychloroquine as the swamp push new numbers. Actually, the numbers have dropped. The numbers today, the death numbers, and one is too many, yes, but the death numbers have dropped by 90%. That's amazing. That should be all over the news. We should be tossing our mask in the trash. Not that I wear one. Okay. Next, by Dinesh Osalza. He says, the official coronavirus figures show 250 deaths per day, a 90% drop from the peak. And we know they count deaths with rather than from the virus. Subtract the padded numbers and the death toll drops even lower. This is the big story. The media is doing its best to hide. So let's look at this because I think it's interesting. All right, daily deaths in the United States. Look at this. They're just dropping down. Yup. Okay, back to tweets. Steve Scalise. Okay, the post was by Janice Dean originally. Okay. Basically, Governor Cuomo in New York, the nursing home murderer Cuomo, he had his admins produce a 33-page report that concluded basically that the New York State policy issued March 25th, read the mandatory admission of COVID positive patients by state regulated nursing homes, was not a significant factor for thousands of nursing home deaths in New York State. Okay, let's just use common sense here. So, we have a healthy nursing home population. We have some COVID patients. They're elderly. We've got to put them somewhere because the Mercy and the Ship's not out there. The field hospitals are empty. Can't put them in any of those empty places. No, let's take these sick COVID patients. Let's put them among our nursing home population. Yeah, that makes sense. Our most vulnerable population, the ones who actually get sick and die from COVID, let's put them together. Why shall we? No. Murderer. Anyway, so Janice Dean said, oh my God, I can't. She's talking about this report. Steve Scalise, select GOP. We must have an independent investigation. New York Governor Cuomo cannot get away with this. He's blaming nursing home staff and visitors for over 6,000 senior deaths. And Steve Scalise responded. Let's go back. He responded to her and said, "We won't let him get away with this." Good. You also need to go after Whitaker in Michigan and Newsom in California. And I think Inslee in Washington. I mean, there's quite a few states that did this. It's insane. All right. Hey, Miss Candace. Love Candace Owens. Hope everyone had a happy 4th. Colin Kaepernick sure did back in 2011 before he realized that if he grew an afro and played the part of a victim, he could scam the black community out of millions. Those were the days. I think she's being a bit facetious. Anyway, what we have here are 2 tweets by him. Okay, back in 2011, so July 4th, 2011, he said, "Happy 4th of July, everyone. I hope everyone has a blessed day." But now, July 4th, 2020, he said, "Black people have been dehumanized, brutalized, criminalized, and terrorized by America for centuries and are expected to join your commemoration of independence while you enslaved our ancestors. We reject your celebration of white supremacy and look forward to liberation for all." Candace is correct. There's a photo I saw of Kaepernick today, and he's standing in front of some really sharp car. I don't know, cars, maybe Lamborghini or something extremely expensive and shiny and little and sleek looking. He's standing in front of it. He's got on a designer suit, and he's a mansion's behind him. And whoever posted the picture said, was talking about how poor Kaepernick is oppressed. The Criminal Thinkers Club, just a thought. What if Ye, and that's Kanye West, what if Ye is jumping in now so that the mainstream media, afraid that he will take the black vote, go crazy saying he can't join this late, etc. So then when the Dems try to switch the candidate, the mainstream media has already made the case against a late submission so that they can't say, "Oh, we got to change out Joe Biden. He's going a little bit loopy." Hadn't been doing that for months, but just a little bit loopy. Got to change him out. But if they make that argument against Kanye, then they can't make it to replace Joe. Follow me? That was a great tweet. Great tweet. All right. Next one, and I think I'm almost done. Richard Grinnell. This just in, Harvard announces all course instruction will be taught online for the 2020-21 academic year. The undergraduate tuition of $49,653 remains the same. And what he says is this is a huge shift in paradigm. Going to college is no longer necessary for getting an education. I think we've been moving toward this for a while, especially when we see how corrupt our educational system is. Our colleges, even our preschools at this point, are just indoctrination, places of indoctrination that take our kids, all of those kids marching out on the street. I mean, some of them just were good-hearted. They truly wanted to protest against oppression. But some of them were just indoctrinated brats. All right. Last one, pretty sure. Yes, last one. Donald Trump Jr. posted a CNN article that says, Black Lives Matter protests have not led to a spike in coronavirus cases. This is how the mainstream media is falling apart. No one with an ounce of common sense, tiniest drop of common sense, believes that headline. They just don't. It's ridiculous. And so Donald Trump Jr. says, it's only all the other large gatherings, like going to church, that lead to spikes, right? Right? And if you're tearing down statues and burning up inner cities, you're immune. You're immune. Mm-hmm. Crazy world, peeps. But guess what? It's the Great Awakening, and more people are awakening every day. It's positively endless how much hope there is for the future. Keep your chins up. Pay attention, but keep your chins up. Everything is going to work out. All right, Lori Caroline, peace out.